All right, so hello everyone. Welcome to another amazing forum. And as always, we look forward to sharing whatever knowledge we have with you. Remember that we are all here to learn. We are all here to share what we have. And again, I would encourage all of you to come forward and be on the forum. If you can't be on the forum alone, maybe ask a fellow LSA to come forward. I'll be there to guide you. I'll be there to support you. And I'll be there as well if you require any help to prepare the material for the forum. So today, our amazing Rohit Kaul is going to be talking about EAL learners. This is a very important topic because every single one of our students are on the EAL learners. They will be learning more than one language. English is not their first language. It's always either the Arabic speakers, French speakers, wherever in the world they come from. So it's important for us to know different strategies on how to support them. And this is where Rohit is going to help us with this. All right, so Rohit, you have the floor.
Okay, Miss. Thank you, Miss Hamid, and the entire Inclusion team for giving me this opportunity today to share a few strategies and what works well with the students, especially whose English is an additional language and they are ELL learners or English as a secondary language. So I'm just going to share some strategies because most of the things are already known to people, and I'm not going to go so deep into that. So I will be discussing more into the strategies. And I'm going to present myself as a facilitator, which I firmly believe that as a reflective practitioner, I believe that I am working as a facilitator. Being a full-fledged educator, I fully understand that what are the needs of the students. So I am just there to be as a facilitator. So with that note, I'll start. Quickly coming to the background that what kind of classrooms we see in Middle East. So we see usually a very diverse students coming from different cultures, and not everyone has English as primary language. So we see the diverse classroom setup where students are coming from different countries, languages are there. So learners will experience barriers to learning, to understand the language. That challenge definitely you are going to experience. And so that's why I feel that we should be playing a role as a facilitator, that how we can facilitate those students in acquiring the language, in learning their needs, that how we can provide an environment to them so that they can learn the language without any barriers, without any difficulty. So understanding the learning needs of your students is the most important area that where we as educators should focus. Let's move further. And what I have seen, that I would like to take your attention to this part, because we always feel that we are coming with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of techniques, and we have learned this language, we have done our courses, we have done our trainings. So sometimes that we feel that we start acting like an English professors. Okay, so we take the board, we take the pen, and we start sharing our knowledge. But in that time, we forget that those students who are in front of us, they are in the process of acquiring that knowledge, process of learning the language. So in that time, in that flow, we become a little complacent, or we little ignorant of what they want from us. So sometimes I do feel that we all attain good degrees, we get a lot of learning material, and we keep on reading, upgrading ourselves as a teacher, as an educator. But still, I feel that sometimes we do act like professors. So we just start sharing a lot of knowledge and going and going and going and going. And then we bombard everything on those students who are still in the process of learning the language. So I feel that we should not be doing that. And if those professors can do it very intelligently, please go ahead. This is just my experience. Now let's move to some of the strategies. Knowing your students' background, I believe that should be the foremost area, or foremost one of the areas that an educator must focus, that you should be knowing what's your students' background, where they come from, which culture they come from. You should be aware of their educational experience, how much educational attainment, what's their educational attainment, how much education they have acquired so far. They may be literate, all illiterate in their native language. That doesn't make any, like, you need to give your close thought or focus on that, that they may be literate or not literate in their native language. So this understanding of their educational experience can give you a better understanding of their educational needs and how you can support them effectively in that inclusive classroom, in the mainstream classroom. So it is best to put yourself in their shoes, how they have acquired that knowledge, what were the, what from which educational background they are coming from, which part of the world they are coming from, how they are acquiring that knowledge. So put yourself in their shoes, and then it will help you to understand their background better, and devise and design your educational your strategies well to support them in the inclusive classroom. Next, I will move to uh, activating prior learning. That's, I think, that one of the another areas that we should first try to activate their prior learning, what they know. So we can do that by KWL chart. We can create certain activities, or we can devise or design certain activities to activate their prior knowledge of the topic of the lesson that you have planned. That will facilitate greater understanding, and it will help them to engage with you better. So these are some of the like how you can do that. You can create a mind map, use words or simple phrases to create a mind map which displays what you already know about the topic. Share your mind map with a partner. So this can one of the activity that you can do with them. Then by sharing a sticky note. So you can use this sticky note, write about what you already know about the topic, and as a class, read each sticky note and sort them into categories. So you will get to know about their knowledge about the topic. Then you can also include some quizzes, or you can further question like what they know about the particular topic. So questioning can also be a helpful tool for you. And KWL charts, I already explained that what they know, so it will give you a fair amount of idea that where the knowledge of that student stands, and from where you can move forward. Am I audible to everyone? Is my voice clear? Just wanted to check that.
Yes, it's very clear, Rohit, very clear. And we can also see clearly what's on the board, so no problem.
Okay. So I was just checking that, am I going too fast, or my things are there? You can see that or not. Okay. Now, making the third strategy that I feel is making the English language explicit in the classroom. So for that, you can have some questions and sentence starters for the children, like what is happening in this picture. So they will have certain sentence starters for them. You can have word frames. So this will help them to once they will see these pictures and you provide them these sentence starters. So this will help them to further build from there, and they can start writing on it, because these are very important tools which helps them in sentence construction, language structures, and it will give them some vocabulary, because the most important part is the vocabulary, how they will express. So those word banks, these sentence starters will give them a vocabulary to start, vocabulary to engage, vocabulary to express. So these sentence starters, where learners are given the first word or first few words of a sentence, are very good tools and very good ideas that works well in different class setups. So a paragraph start also like that. And then modeling. Modeling is one area where you need to model what you want, model the use of particular language function, and helping learners to organize their thoughts. The how they will organize their thoughts if you don't model what you want from them. So you set your expectations, you create a model answer, or you create a model super sentence, which includes it can be on parts of speech, it can be describing something, or it can be you are narrating some a paragraph, a picture or something like that. So that needs to be modeled to them so that they understand, they start following that, okay, this is what we need to do. So here I have given an example of comparing and contrasting. So you can use this kind of techniques or ideas to model the particular language that you want them to write or to them to express it. So that's, I feel that modeling is the most important part here. Like even after giving these sentence starters and questions to start with, you need to model, scaffold, model that so that they will understand. You can start with what a good one looks like. So Vagol can be there so that they understand that, okay, so this is on these lines we have to think. So they will start they will put their thinking caps on and they will start using the language, start coming up with the vocabulary. Okay, let's move further. Follow consistent procedures. I believe that there has to be a set classroom routine which enables the students to follow the classroom lessons. If you have set those routines in your classrooms, it will be easy for you to attend the students in the class, because every child is different, and you don't know that how they will react to it. But if you will set a classroom routine, so you are setting an expectation, you are setting a routine for them to follow. So follow consistent procedures, follow the classroom routines that you have. Write the lesson objectives, new vocabulary and key points in the same places on the board like you do every day, so that they know, okay, this will come up now, this will come up here. So use similar sentence starter activities in each lesson. That can be a good idea. Use the same command words, instructions and body language. That wherever you think it is possible, so give them the similar starter activities so that they understand that, okay, in this lesson we are going to have this. So they are following a particular routine, they're following a particular pattern, so they understand how your class looks like. All these little things make the ESL learners feel more confident. So the ultimate goal is that your learners should feel confident in your classroom. They should be looking towards something good learning happening in your classroom. They should be looking to something that, okay, we are confident, and in this classroom we are going to get something new today, and they start developing that faith in you. And you being a reflective practitioner, this will give you an idea that how your class is progressing each day. So these little things definitely gives lot of results and makes an impact. So it gives them more of a foothold in the lesson, definitely, and their focus straight away shifts to the main teaching points, because they know that lesson objectives are there, the vocabulary words are there, the key points in the are placed there. So they straight away jump to the they straight away move to the main teaching points of the lesson, and you can it helps you in your lesson progression, and you feel also more connected to your class. Let's word banks. This I feel that in a standard classroom setup, ESL setup or EL setup, you need to create these word banks. These word banks are very important. These displays that you put up in your class at different places, so that they understand what these words are. Sight words, synonyms, antonyms. So these all are important displays that I feel that they should be there in your classroom, where your children feel empowered. Their children feel that, yes, I have a knowledge word bank in my class where to look at for different words, and they start using those words. Why we are putting these word banks there? So that they start using it. They start using it in their sentences. They start using it in their speaking, writing, These are all main areas of language acquisition. So when they start using these words in their while conversing or while speaking, they will start using it in the writing as well. They will start seeing these, so they are reading it, and they are also listening it from you or from their friends or their family. So these are some quick strategies that you can start giving them these antonyms, the words, example sentences, so that they start following it. The key though is that these word banks should be right in front of the students. Yes, so these word banks should be there in front of the students or on the displays on the wall, where they can easily see and easily can understand, okay, these are the words, okay, I have something to look up to, I have something to, the students will feel more confident in using these words when they are seeing it every day. So you make it a habit for them. So ideally you would be using the same words. Yes, so you would be using these same words. It is a good idea that if you use these same words in your other lessons, several lessons that you are making, so this gives them the time to become to become confident and start using these words in different ways. So when they see all these words, for them it is too much, like adjectives, adverbs. But when they start using it in the sample in your sentences, or you are modeling that example sentence for them, when you are giving them that knowledge, so they are using these words one by one, time and again in different lessons. So this will make them more confident that, okay, this word is there, so the purpose of this word on this wall is that I'm going to use it while I'm speaking, I'm going to use it while I'm writing. So this will help them to acquire, this will help them uh, 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 to learn these words, and they will start using it successfully in their while they are writing, while they are speaking, and while they are reading. Now I'll move to the next strategy, that is use of visuals and manipulatives. So I want to ask in this forum that how what kind of tools you usually use in your visuals and manipulatives, like apart from what I'll be sharing here. So it's just a quick question, that what kind of manipulatives or visuals you use while teaching your students. I just need 2 minutes thinking time from the, because I have covered a lot of strategies here. So I just wanted to know that if you can share any visual word bank idea or any visual or manipulatives that you use in your typical classroom setup.
Right. So put that in the chat. Just write in. If you don't want to shout out, that's fine. If you want
Yeah,
to, you can
okay.
put up your hand. But please type into the chat what you think would be effective. So just some ideas. There's no right or wrong answers. We are all
Yes, there's
here
no
to
right or
share.
wrong answer. So I'm just giving a 2 minutes thinking time or 3 minutes thinking time, that what kind of visuals or manipulatives you
Okay.
use.
Base 10 blocks. Yes, thank you. Mind map. Thank you.
Thank you.
Play-Doh. Okay, thank you. And oh, Google, very good. Widget works well. It can be translated to mother tongue too. Oh, that's good. Are you familiar with the widget, Liat? I would love to talk to you about it.
Yes, that's really good. I
I
can't
can't
hear.
hear what you're saying. It's only you. Everybody else is fine. Anybody else can't hear? Oh, well.
Widgets.
If you can just
Google.
write in there saying that it's only her, everybody else seems to be fine. Maybe she can sign in and sign out again.
Yes,
Oh, very good.
counters.
Thank you, counters.
Like, see, so these are some of the effective strategies. You're already using it, so this means that you're already meeting the expectations. You're already giving a lot of puzzles. You're giving a lot of thinking and these constructive tools for the students to acquire the language. Pictures, flashcards. Amazing. Mind maps, Flash Academy. Okay. Lingo Kids. Okay. There's only one thing I'm looking at. If, okay, no problem. Looks good. Okay, so I will start. Thank you for sharing your ideas. Yeah, I'm also learning from all of you. That's like good ideas being shared here, and definitely these all are workable, and it all works well with the students. So that's my like areas which I have thought about, that types of visual aids. It can be people, pictures, objects, films, maps, charts, graphs, PowerPoint presentations. There is a saying that says 70% of what comes to us visually is we learn more. 75% of what we know comes to us visually. So there is a saying that whatever we learn, it comes to us visually. So visually, we are more attuned to learn things in a better way. So similarly, for children, when you are supporting children in an ESL classroom, so definitely they will learn more when you give them more visual aids to learn, more visually compliant lessons where you have include a lot of visuals, a lot of these these clips, video clips, or something like maps, because every child has different learning style. So some children learn more through the visual modes, through the visual mediums, and some learn through by learning by doing. So you have a lot of some are kinesthetic learners. So you have to think, you have to plan accordingly, that what kind of aids I'm going to give them. So coming back to the visual aids, I believe that these are some of the good visual aids that you can provide to your learners, so that language acquisition becomes a fun for them. Language acquisition should not be like a burden on their head, because they're already studying other subjects. So we need to make it simplified. We need to make it simple. We need to make it fun for them, so that whenever they are entering in your classroom, they are coming with that excitement. They are coming with a lot of energy, and they know the pattern, the routine in your class, that you will be giving them a lot of visual aids, a lot of visual tools to make them understand. So they will start enjoying, they will start relating. So sometimes we also we as reflective practitioners, we as educators, uh, miss these things. Like we cannot plan because of shortage of time, or because there are some other tools that you want to include. That's okay, but we continue to learn, we continue to modify, we continue to improvise. So it's better that if you keep on planning on 3 or 4 visual aids in your lesson, so definitely you will get the result. So having a diverse range of authentic resources like postcards, flashcards, pictures, maps, video clips, and other types of visual aids help students grasp the content and the concepts. So it will be easy for them to grasp those concepts. So let's move further. Arrange for effective grammar displays. So I already talked about it, that how we should be able to arrange that grammar displays, or because grammar, spelling, punctuations, these are all form an important part of the language acquisition. So how you have thought of the displays in your class, like if this is one of the example, like if you're talking about suffixes rule 1. So sorry. So if you have planned that lesson, so what displays you have planned for it, or what as a visual tool you will provide them in the classroom, that they will learn that language. So I say that for everyone's sanity, make use of some very large and clear grammar posters of the types of mistakes your ESL students will make. So this means that that they are going to make mistakes in these grammar while writing sentences, or speaking. They will have that problem. So then when so you need to plan accordingly, that what kind of grammar displays should be there in my classroom, what kind of effective spelling displays, what kind of effective, how I can embed punctuations in my posters. So how they will learn the capitalization rules, how they will learn the punctuation rules, how they will learn the suffixes, how they will learn the modal verbs, determiners. There are so many things that you can talk about, but you need to plan that. You need to think of those effective grammar displays, that how you're going to embed in your lesson and provide at the same time those displays in your classroom. Let's move. Provide thinking time. So I just want to know, I want to ask this question to everyone. How much time do you provide your students as a thinking time when you have assigned the task, or when you have done your starter, or when you have moved to the main task? So how much time you actually provide to your students? Quickly. How much thinking time you provide to your students to plan, to think, to respond?
Just put it in the chat. Just put down what sort of thinking, how much of thinking time, 2 minutes or more, very good. Thank you, Christina. So depending on the task.
Depends on the task. 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's okay. 1 or 2 minutes, depends on the sometime group discussion. Okay. Okay. Communication, collaboration. So this basically, I'm talking about the critical thinking time when you are when you have thought of a stretch and challenge in your activity. So how much time you are giving to the students? Easy questions, 2 minutes. Okay. That makes sense. Pre-teach is helpful. Absolutely. Depend on child level. Okay. Yes, differentiated. If the tasks are differentiated, that depends. A differentiation is certainly a very important part of your lesson when it comes to the ESL. How you're catering to the needs of every child. 5 minutes. Okay. So more or less 5 minutes, I'm getting the answer. Like more or less it's 5 minutes approximately that you will like to give that time to the students. Thinking time. Okay, fine. That works well. Okay, so let's move further. So wait and think. Think, pair, share, buddy buzz, close your eyes, word splash, frame it, give one, get one. So all these things can be incorporated. So this is big one, because if you're going to ask questions to EL students, then you need to give them plenty of thinking time, because they are in the process of acquiring the language. They are in the process of understanding the language. So definitely they require some time to think, to act, to respond, and deliver on the task. So it is important that you keep in mind in your lessons that you are going to give that thinking time to the students. Time to absorb learning and then expressing their ideas and what they have learned through speaking and writing. So that will give them time to okay, go through the previous the learning episodes that you have incorporated in your lessons. So that will give them time to absorb that and respond accordingly. You may even want to inform. Yes, you can inform them that you are going to ask them a question at the end of that task. So they are well prepared and they are really focused on your listening, and they are actively listening to what you are saying. So you can inform them way ahead before. That can be done like when you are moving toward a learning episode 1, or or starting, or you are setting the rules. So you can inform them you are going to ask them a question, so that they will remember that we will get that time, and then they will respond. Okay, so this was my areas where I think that use of games and quiz in teaching concepts and topics. So a lot of gamification. I have been hearing and reading that gamification add a lot of interest for the EL learners, because they relate well to those games. So I think bringing games in your lessons, in your lesson plan, and online quizzes facilitates that teaching and learning, and it strengthens their language skills and also the social skills, so that because they are also competing with their friends, those, so, and you are also giving them a challenge that who will respond first, who will win this game. So they are competing also, and the games, they will relate to it, like what kind of when we were child, and when we were used to play any game, so we also used to be we used to be like, we will win this game. So you if somebody is challenging you, so you used to rise up to that challenge and take up that thing, and then you perform. So games brings that thing into your lessons, so they will start responding. There will be a lot of hands up raise, they will start asking, sir, 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 or ma'am, 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 I will answer, I will answer. So there you will be seeing a lot of engagement coming in, interaction coming in. So again, quickly, I just want to ask that how many of you are using games in your lessons? Just quickly, 2-minute time.
Also, give examples of the games that you have used that are effective. So not only if you are using the games, but what sort of games are you using? So that people who are not using games may want to actually try the games that you are using.
Exactly. Like it can be a punctuation game, like spin the wheel, like what punctuation will come in. Like it can be for the capitalization rules, it can be for the grammar, or it can be for anything, fill in the blank. So something like that, which is related to a game where you are getting some points also, some achievement points also, something, some gifts also. So this will create that interest. Spelling frame. Okay. Yes, spin the wheel, Quizlet, or puzzle gaming. Okay. Puzzle gaming. Any more? Quizzes. Squeeze papers, comparing. Popsicle stick, crock mouth shape. That's good. Messy reading. Some amazing ideas. Nearpod. Unscramble. That's very good. Unscramble the words. Critical thinking. Word search. Booklet similar to Kahoot. Okay. Perfect. Using a code fit. Yes. Also, you can use, like, if this is the answer, what could be the question? So something like that. What if this could be the 3 answers? What could be the question for it? So then you can timetable rock stars. Great. Amazing.
We also have one educational game. It's called Educate, and there, like, they get to know how much percentage they are achieving, and they can retake the test and increase their percentage by read. And again, it's kind of a retrieval also for them, like how many times they are doing it, and the percentage increases accordingly.
Excellent. Excellent. That's it. So these are some of the when you use these games, so your engagement increases, and your class becomes more interactive, more engaged with you, and they start liking your teaching approach, because you have included a lot of things which are related to their interests. So once you form that connect, once you form that relationship with them, definitely it's going to work in the future, and definitely your class becomes so aligned, and it becomes easy for you to introduce any concept. So let's move to the next part. Now, this another very important area: behavior management strategy, appropriate behavior for learning in the classroom. So a lot of things have been discussed lately on this topic, and every reflective practitioner and every educator talks about it, that appropriate behavior for learning in the classroom is very important. So I feel that setting the clear expectations is to start with, and rules in the class for learning, that what your expectations and what you expect from each learner. Praise the positive and good behavior and reinforce it, reward the students, definitely not only checking their negative behavior time and again, but it's also important that we praise the positive and good behavior, and reward them then and there, so that they not feel ignored. They don't feel like only only our teacher is giving us negative points, or or only checking us for the negative behavior, but we are not getting rewarded for wow or praised for our good behavior or completing the task on time. So it's important that you strike a balance between the rewarding and praising and checking the negative behavior. Follow the behavior policy of your school consistently and explicitly. That is like needless to mention, because it is important that if you follow a policy clearly, so you are setting the clear expectations that for the students. So I think behavior management is one of the areas that every practitioner, every educator should work on, and create that kind of environment in the classroom, that every learner is knows the expectations of your classroom. So he knows that how he has to behave in the classroom. Then only the learning can progress. Then only the learning can be achieved in that classroom. So this is one area that I was thinking on, that how peer teaching and observations and teacher collaboration can help you and give you more support. So I believe that it is also necessary that you should take support of your other fellow members or teachers who might have a very good idea or brilliant idea. Like we are sharing today here with so many of you amazing educators. So we are sharing our ideas. So one teacher may be better than other, or one teacher may be more innovative and creative than the other. So seeking the support and guidance and collaborate with teachers who also teach the same ESL learners helps you to become more confident, gives you more ideas about how you can approach your classroom, or how you can include a lot of learning resources in your classroom, or ideas in your classroom, and how you will execute them. So it is important that you start doing seeking support of your colleagues, your friends, or your teachers in the school. Peer observations definitely helps each one. We know that how it helps you to learn new strategies and techniques, and gives you it is also that it also gives you an idea of other classes, that how other classes are like what kind of students the other teacher has, and where you need to, like, you can also compare that what kind of students you have, so you can make a better judgment and a better you can develop a better understanding of that. So I feel that peer observations, seeking support of your teachers will definitely does help you, and gives you more ideas and confidence in becoming a good practitioner. So this is teacher collaboration. Now that's the end of my presentation. So I want to share this a Padlet link with you, where I need in this Padlet link, please write down your 3 strategies that works well in your classroom, and what 2 things you have learned from this presentation. Just a quick,
Right. So just a quick explanation, Rahul, on Rohit, on how they can get into Padlet. I don't know if everybody is familiar with Padlet, but
okay.
maybe you can just explain to them how they can do that.
Okay, if you will go to that link, like if I will go to this link. So
The
if I
link
can
has
go
been shared in the chat. The
in the
link has
chat.
been shared in the chat
So
by Rohit.
just go there. I just want that if people can go there and check this link is there, so they can share while adding their comments there. Share 3 strategies that will work effectively in their classroom, like that works well in their classroom, and write 2 things that what they learn in today's session. So when they go there, so they can write it there. So I just want to request if it is possible for them to move to that link, and they can go and check this link, so we can definitely go to this Padlet, and I can also share the screen here where they are writing and their comments are coming in.
Right. So I'm on the Padlet thingy.
Okay. Miss, can you add one comment there? There is a plus sign there.
Right. Yes, I see the plus sign.
And once it is there, so I can share that screen here. Once you start, when everyone starts writing there, so I can
Right.
share that screen.
Right. So can you see my comment now?
Uh,
Right. Very
yes,
good. Somebody.
yes, I can see that. Differentiate the worksheets using colors and enlarging the letters, and making the work simple using simple language, using pictures. Okay. So if I move there in this Padlet link, can everyone see now?
Yeah, we can see.
We can see the effective strategies, Padlet.
I can see it on, yeah, I can see it on the screen itself. Like we've got routine and drill of reading, routine and
Yes,
drill reading of 5 to 10 words just to help the child increase vocabulary. Very good ideas.
excellent.
Using Google Translate and visuals. Yes. Anybody else?
Wow, I'm getting very good comments here. Thank you so much, everyone, for bearing with me. I know I'm just learning, for being there, and some amazing strategies are coming here. Awesome.
Thank you, everybody, for sharing. Yeah, well done.
Token for difficult task completed, like a small toy pencil. Yes. Kahoot, a booklet. Use of pictures, peer learning, reinforce the behavior. Routine and drill, 5 to 10 words. Excellent.
Right. So what we'll do, Rohit, is we'll let them keep filling this in. In the meantime,
the forum is open for the questions, and I
yeah,
think
right.
I think everyone can contribute to their, like, if they want to share something, or
Right.
as you
Are
feel.
there any questions that you would like to ask particularly? I think Rohit has done an amazing job. He has shared so many ideas. He's given us a lot to think about. I love the strategies. Think about what you can take away. But are there any questions that you would like to address directly to Rohit? I'm going to stop. Rohit, you can stop share.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
just, okay.
Right. Does anybody have any questions that you would like to, you can shout out, you can put it in the chat. I'm monitoring the chat, so I'll answer the questions if required. No? Okay. All right. I think, Rohit, thank you again for sharing. That is honestly, as always, you do such an amazing job. Okay, now, once again, I'm going to tell everybody there is no certificate of participation for these sessions because we do not charge. This is a community service. All right, it's to share the knowledge of of each with each other. You as an LSA to support another LSA. So would you like to come on? Please contact me. I would love to have you on for a session. You can come and talk about whatever you feel has worked well. We have done quite a few sessions. We will have another maybe 2 sessions. And then I think that's it. We'll do a wrap up for the year. But in the meantime, if you feel that you would like to come on and share your knowledge, do come. I will be there to support you. All right. Me and my team will be there to support you. Somebody has asked for useful websites for that. Some websites and apps for special kids. Rohit, you want to compile some together and then share it with us?
Yes, because I need to understand that what kind of, every educator has its own own area of the students, the kind of students that they are supporting. So it's important that for me to understand that what kind of students each educator or LSA or inclusion assistant they are supporting. So it's important that, so for me, I use variety of websites, variety of information for if it is autistic students. Okay, so I use variety of material on which is available on online material and is available through our educational institution or schools. So I keep on reading. So as of now, I don't have a particular website to suggest, but if you Google it, there will be a lot of things that will come up. So as of now, I need some time to collect all these information and then provide it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Let's see what we can do for our next session. And maybe I'm sure there is so much more we can learn from each other. Amazing. We had over 60 people today, and it was so good to share everything with everybody. Thank you, Rohit. As always, wonderful session.